Are you telling me?
All right. This is going to be the last Asmongold video we check out. Mainstream media is cooked. You don't hate MSM enough. The Guardian calls it false and YouTube flags it as a conspiracy theory. Flagged too. It's promoting hate based on identity or vulnerability. Okay, so Asmongold got flagged? Is he what's going on? All right, we're going to find out.
No. No. No, there's no way. There's no way, bro. So this is from the Guardian News. Now, what are they guarding? In fact, this might be surprising. The news. They don't want you to get it. Where's the audio?
Including, say, if there was Afrikaner
Trump was asked a question about his unsubstantiated white genocide claims.
Genocide, I can bet you these three gentlemen would not be here, including my Minister of Agriculture. He would not be with me. So it'll take him, President Trump, listening to their stories, to their perspective.
Let me see the articles, please, if you would. And excuse me.
Trump then, oh, there's the word, ambushed Ramaphosa with footage he said was evidence for his...
Just like that Carmelo kid, and that's why the ghetto fatigue is real. I don't know. I think we just all have life fatigue. Just everything is fatiguing right now. I have Carmelo fatigue. I have that white lady that said the N-word fatigue. What was that other thing that just happened? Oh, what was it? Oh, yeah, I have incel loser people shooting beautiful couples outside of embassies fatigue. It's all fatigue. I have GoFundMe fatigue. That's what I have.
Claims. So, white genocide or white extension or white replacement theory is a national conspiracy theory that claims that there's a deliberate plot to cause the extinction of white people. So, this is what they're doing is they're painting with a deliberately broad brush, because there is a conspiracy theory of the replacement theory that exists, but that doesn't mean that there are not instances of anti-white racism that exist also.
Oh, yeah, this is about South Africa. This doesn't have anything to do with the actual replacement theory. That's like, that theory is like broad. This is about in South Africa to farmers. Like, those are two completely separate things. Why would they flag that? That doesn't make any sense. We're all sick and tired of being sick and tired. Yeah. Yeah, based song too.
So this conspiracy theory is something that is contextualized inside of America and Western societies. So you can't apply
221, wow, The Guardian. 221 likes, 815 dislikes. Way to go, news.
the white genocide conspiracy theory, propaganda, white supremacist thing whenever you're talking about it with another country. It is contextualized around it being a conversation that's being had inside of Western culture. That's the difference. It's a straw man. It's dishonest. Yeah, exactly. And this is what the media does. Yeah, that only works when it's in a white majority country. They don't even know the racism. Yeah, they don't even understand that they don't. This is to say that people don't understand how to be racist anymore. It's embarrassing. I'm doing my best to try to teach them, but it's going to be it's a long road ahead.
Are you doing your best?
Sorry, but genocide is a different definition, man. Sure. I'm not going to argue.
Yeah, I don't really think what's happening or what's allegedly happening in South Africa rises to the definition of genocide. It's certainly rough, but this is like Israel, the IP Middle East crap, where it's like it's a completely different country. It's not really like our It's not really our thing.
Argue with you about the name.
We turn the lights down, and just put this on. It's right behind you, Johan.
The footage showed a montage of clips. Are we going to see Chibi Reviews? Thanks for 10 subs. I appreciate that. Including former South African President Jacob Zuma and the far left opposition Julius Malema. Yep. Thank you, Chibi. I appreciate that, man. I hope you're doing well. After the footage was aired, Cyril pushed back against Trump's remarks.
How does it get worse? And these are people that are officials, and they're saying that kill the white farmer and take their land. That's what. And I have other friends.
Oof. They're just saying that on TV? I mean, there you go. There you have it.
In South Africa, I have people that left. One in particular that says you can't go there. He said they want to take your land. They take your land and they kill you. It's okay, and they say it's okay to do. Now we're going to talk about it, but this is a tremendous look. This is a story recent. These are all people that recently got killed.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it can get any worse.
Let me clarify that.
Yeah.
Let me clarify that, because what you saw, the speeches that were being made, one, that is not government policy. We have a multi-party democracy.
Yes, it is. Because it's against the law to say that stuff, but they're not in jail.
That's not really a one-to-one, but it is sketchy. Certainly. It's suspicious.
Against your laws. But you're letting them say it. It's just, which law? The law for advocating and inciting violence. South Africa has that.
Democracy in South Africa that allows people to express themselves, political parties to adhere to various policies, and in many cases, or in some cases, those policies do not go along with government policy. Our government policy is completely against what he was saying, even in the parliament. And they're a small minority party.
25%.
Which is allowed.
25%. That's a pretty. Did he look that up?
To exist in terms of our constitution.
But you do allow them to take land.
No.
You do allow them to take land.
Nobody can take land.
And then when they take the land, they kill the white farmer. And when they kill the white farmer, nothing happens to them.
No, there is
nothing happens to them.
There is criminality in our country. People who do get killed, unfortunately through criminal activity, are not only white people. The majority of them are black people.
Well, yeah. I mean, the majority of the people there are black people, right?
Oh, man. Man, it's really sad. 25% is huge. Yeah, it's a lot of people, right? It definitely is. And it's really crazy. And search on a Twitter flashback, President of South Africa say he'll take away land without compensation. I don't know about that in general. And you can see, obviously, people are completely rejecting this. Nobody is in favor of this. Everybody hates it. And I'm very happy about this. I'm extremely happy about it. Hopefully this continues to be the case. And bullshit like this basically just keeps dying. I think this is what's going to happen in general. And so it's okay to kill white people because blacks also get killed? Well, of course, right? And they're just trying to downplay it and act like it's not a big deal because it makes them look bad because they're letting it happen. Oh, God. Oh, this is it here. Okay.
Yamish, good to see you.
Hi, good. Thanks for taking the question.
Sure.
The president showed a video that he said showed more than 1,000 burial sites of white South Africans that he said were murdered. We know that was not true and that the video wasn't showing that. So I wonder, why did the president choose to show that?
What's not true, Yamish?
It's not true that the video was showing a burial site. It is unsubstantiated that that's the case.
No, it is true that video showed the crosses that represent...
And so this is the funny thing, is that it is technically not a burial site. The crosses are put up there as a, like, for example...
It's very sad. Yeah, if it's as bad as it sounds. It's a terrible situation. Situations like it happening all over the world. They're all very sad.
They're buried somewhere else, but the crosses are put up as a memorial. So they're trying to say that Trump was lying because it wasn't. They weren't actually buried there. It was just a memorial. I'm serious. Like, you listen to this again.
It's not true that the video was showing a burial site. It is unsubstantiated that that's the case.
No, it is true that that video showed the crosses that represent.
Which is what the president claimed.
It wasn't a burial site.
Did he claim it was a burial site? Because I'm pretty sure it's just a memorial.
The video showed images of crosses in South Africa about white farmers who have been killed and politically persecuted because of the color of their skin.
The president
and those
claimed
crosses
that
are
it was showing
representing their
burial.
lives. Those crosses are representing their lives in the fact that they are now dead and their government did nothing about it. Are you disputing that there's no...
Disputing the fact that the video showed what the president claimed it showed, because it did not show that. But even more, what I'm asking you is who at the
No,
White House...
it did show that. It showed white crosses representing people who have perished because of racial persecution.
Verifies the videos that the president shows, and what protocols are in place when there's unsubstantiated information...
What verifies it? Well, unsubstantiated information
being put out.
Yeah, I didn't think he said it was a burial site. So she's just being bullshit, and she needs a haircut.
For the world and world leaders.
Where is the unsubstantiated information? This reporter's dog shit? Well, I want you guys to see kind of, and this is the way that a lot of media behaves, and this is how you have to be aware of it, is that they use really, like, one of the reasons why the mainstream media is so effective and has been so effective for so long is because most people do not have a strong grasp over the English language. And so these types of rhetorical devices and, you know, like vocabulary changes and just different like little tricks people play with their words actually fool a lot of people because they don't have that like the semantics, right? The semantics fool a lot of people.
What's unsubstantiated about the video? The video shows crosses that represent the dead bodies of people who were racially persecuted by their government. In fact,
and by the way, she's approaching this in the right way.
Actually, I don't think she is. She should be focusing on the Trump didn't say it was a burial site aspect if he didn't say that. I feel like she's responding in a way that allows this other woman to just keep the back and forth going. So I disagree with you, Asmongold. I don't think she's answering this in the best way.
You don't engage with a dishonest framing that's based off of a deliberate misunderstanding. Because her point of contention is a deliberate misunderstanding.
So she should be reframing it. And like pointedly and intentionally reframing it. And she's not really doing that right now.
That's done intentionally to try to make it look bad. Some crazy shit, yes. Never play into that game.
Associated Press, of all places, has a picture of that very monument, and the caption from the Associated Press is, "Each cross marks a white farmer who has been killed in a farm murder." So it is substantiated,
but it's
not just by that video and the physical evidence that
She's actually arguing because it's not a burial site that the press...
Yeah, why isn't this blonde lady just saying he didn't say it was a burial site? She still hasn't said that. If she wanted to, like, nip this in the bud, she would just say, no, ma'am, it was not a burial site. And yeah, what she's saying, well, I don't think she's claiming that she's trying to debunk the genocide claim, even though I don't think it technically falls under like the definition of a genocide yet, but that's neither here nor there. She's saying Trump said the video was one thing, and she's saying, no, the video was something else. But what she needs to be saying is that Trump didn't say the video was that thing that this woman is saying it was. I don't know why they're kind of both beating around the bush right now.
The president was wrong and he shouldn't have shown it. That's right. Yep.
Everybody saw on display in the Oval Office, but also by another outlet in this room, the Associated Press. So you should take it up with them if you believe the claim is unsubstantiated. And that's a ridiculous line of questioning. John, go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you, Carolyn. The big, beautiful bill now goes to the Senate.
Does, yes.
A lot of the Republican senators have promised amendments that will water this thing down dramatically. What is the president's...
This is some other bullshit.
Negotiations will cause them to take off significant money from their Social Security.
Yeah, I just wanted to see that one right there. I just wanted you guys to see the that's the level of dishonesty that people like this engage in. That's it. That's it. Trump did describe the video as being a burial site. However, it still doesn't minimize the underlying issue. So this is the problem that people like you have, is that you think that you can play these small semantics games and that anybody is going to care.
Okay, hold on though. Did he describe the video as a burial site?
It doesn't matter whether
we gotta investigate now. We're gonna have to check this out. Trump claimed these are burial sites right here, burial sites over 1,000 of white farmers. Okay, so he did say the wrong thing. I'm going to double verify this with a few other sources. Apparently this photograph came from the Congo. Showed an old video. Doesn't show burial sites in South Africa. Well, I don't care if it shows them or not. I care if he said that it shows them. He said these are burial sites. Yeah, he's got to be more like, look, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Kamala supporter. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat or a Libertarian. Fun fact. But if he wants to be an effective leader, he's got to stop making mistakes like this. I got to disagree with Asmongold on this one because we have to hold the president to an extremely high standard. He's the president. We can't just like grade him on a curve. Like that's not an acceptable thing to do. If he's saying that a video is showing burial sites, that video better damn well be showing burial sites. If he's waving around photographs of dead farmers from South Africa, that photograph better damn well be from South Africa. I mean, this is the president. This is not some AP reporter or some CNN person or some super biased person. Like, if he keeps doing this, because he's done this quite a few times, if I'm not mistaken, where he mislabels things or talks about things that aren't what they are, or like, if he meant that it's a memorial site with crosses that represent dead farmers, then he should say that, and then that's what should be on the screen. He shouldn't be giving them, if he wants to be an effective leader, he shouldn't keep giving them ammunition to run all these pieces on him. Like, the whole news is just Trump confronts South African president, pushing claims. Trump leans into disputed claims, false claims. Do the claims hold up? Trump claimed a social media video showed burial sites, and it didn't show burial sites. Like, none of these articles had to exist. None of them. If he just articulated himself like a normal person. And then this pictures one, what is this? Reuters is debunking it because it was their photograph, apparently. Showed a screenshot of Reuters video taken in the Democratic Republic of Congo as part of what he falsely presented as evidence of mass killings. Holding up a printout of an article. Yeah, well, if they manufacture it, then he can go back to the tape and be like, I didn't say that. But now it's not manufactured and he can't say that. It's just a bad look, you know? It's all just a bad look. Ugh. All right, we'll let Asmongold wrap up on this, and then we're going to get into some video game stuff for probably 30 minutes, and then we'll go back to political crap.
Bodies were buried there or not.
I need a palate cleanser, and I want to see the new Borderlands gameplay. So
the idea and the word burial site means effectively the same thing. You are focused on the literal meaning of the words because you want to avoid.
Yeah, let's find it. Let's find it.
We've got about 50 million followers. We're in the billions of views, and we're a small team.
We have thousands of stories talking about it,
Sure.
and we have documentaries, we have news stories, and then
Is this the
is
full-
Natalie here? Somebody here to turn that? I could show you a couple of things, and I have to. It has to be responded to.
Yeah, sure.
We have. Let me see the articles, please, if you would, and turn the lights down.
People are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't care who to occupy land. South Africa can withdraw my member. Demand that a revolutionary act.
Take your next giant leap online.
Why are there so many ads on this
Purdue University
10-minute video?
The new H2
Oh, I can't
Pro
even
system separates
leave
clean
this.
and
There we
dirty
go.
water. The new H2 Pro from Cedar.
Of white farmers,
Okay, here we go.
over 1,000 of white farmers, and those cars are lined up to pay love on a Sunday morning. Each one of those white things you see is a cross, and there's approximately 1,000 of them. They're all white farmers, the family of white farmers. And those cars aren't driving, they're stopped there to pay respects to their family member who was killed. And it's a terrible sight. I've never seen anything like it. Both sides of the road you have crosses.
Okay. I don't think we got to it yet. He said it's a horrible sight. He didn't say burial sites yet, though. We may have missed it.
Those people were all killed.
Have they told you where that is, Mr. President? No, I'd like to know where that is, because this I've never seen. I don't. Okay.
I mean, it's in South Africa. That's
We need to find out.
What would you like President Ramaphosa to do about the situation
I don't
we've just
know.
seen on the screen?
I don't know. Look, these are articles over the last few days. Death, and you're a disgrace. No more questions. Go ahead.
Hold on.
I'll be quiet. Sure, that's my question now.
Let's go.
Okay.
Now this is very bad. These are burial sites right here.
These are burial sites right here. So he did say it. And he can't be saying shenanigans stuff like that. These are burial sites right here. I'll play it one more time. Just so we all heard it.
Very bad. These are burial sites right here.
Yeah.
Burial sites.
So he did say it, and then he repeated it. It's not exactly word for word what it said in the articles, but he did say they're burial sites. It doesn't change, yeah, like this commenter said, it doesn't change like the underlying issue of like whether or not there is a thing that's bad happening there. But he's got to stop giving them this pointless ammunition. He's the president. You can't be mixing up what a memorial site and a burial site are. Those are wildly different things that elicit wildly different responses in people.
The implication of the words. That's what you're doing. You don't care about using proper language. You don't care about any of that. The only thing that you care about is reframing it in a way that makes it look like he said something that was wrong.
He did say something that was wrong.
That's what you're doing. It's obvious this is what you're doing. Like this type of dishonest behavior is so annoying to me.
Okay, Asmongold's gaslighting that kid a lot. He said that Trump did describe the vid as being a burial site. However, it doesn't minimize the underlying issue. That is true. That's a true sentence. I don't know why he's like going in on this commenter so hard.
He agrees with you? No, he doesn't. What
he literally does.
People like this do, and the thing is that I didn't say anything wrong. You misunderstood. No, I don't.
His chat is flaming him right now.
Do because they don't.
Because I don't think Asmongold understood.
Understand I don't think people are picking up on the manipulation that's going on. So what's being discussed here and the way that this is being approached is that But
that explains why this blonde lady here didn't directly address that point, because she knew that Trump said they were burial sites when they're not burial sites. That's why she just kept saying what they are and not addressing the fact that Trump said they were burial sites when they're not burial sites.
Trump referred to this area as a burial site. It's not a burial site, but it's a representation of a burial site. This is an irrelevant distinction that causes the white.
I don't know if that's an irrelevant distinction when it gives the mainstream media ammunition for like several days of articles and bullshit. I think when it comes to the president of the United States, there's no such thing as an irrelevant distinction.
White House to capitulate and for them to use a soundbite and say that Trump was technically wrong. It doesn't serve any other goal other than to score semantics points and to undervalue something in a way that's dishonest. That's what's happening. They're intentionally trying to minimize the situation by creating a hyper-specific example.
It might be logically and literally irrelevant, but anything that gives any excuse for everything you say to be picked apart. Now nobody's focusing on the actual issue. They're just focusing on the fact that he said the wrong thing again. Like, he has writers that can write this stuff up for him without mistakes. But he just has to freestyle because he just has to. And now no one's talking about the issue anymore. They're all the news articles are about his misspeak. So it's kind of relevant when the entire point is now being missed.
Example where a word does not mean the exact specific thing. And I understand, and the problem is that, again, you're not going to trick me with this kind of stuff because I am the master of lying. I've made videos about how to lie to people. I understand this better than any of these people do. That's why I do what I do. That's why, by the way, so many people watch this. I can tell this instantly. I was doing this when I was a little kid. Are you lying now? Yes. Okay, dude. No, I'm just telling you. Like, it's very, very obvious when it's happening. It's gotcha media. Yes, it is. He did agree, though. Explain. No, the fixation on that agreement is a intentional obfuscation in order to undermine what's being discussed.
Yeah, so don't give them that ammunition. That's my point. It is undermining what's being discussed. Like, there are people that write speeches for the president and write like his talking points. That shouldn't have been in the list. And now we're all talking about that instead of the thing that may or may not be going on and to what magnitude it's going on. It's frustrating.
That's what's happening. That's what they're doing. Yeah, it's disingenuous.
Ugh, all right. Pretty normie conservative takes from Asmongold. Some pretty normie centrist center right takes, I'll say.